Takes us to our talk of the tape. What area of the market will work better in the new year after two famed investors give their own differing views? One says growth, the other says value. So we tee that up with Virtus's Joe Terranova. He is also a CNBC contributor, and he's with us at Post 9. I wanted to set up this debate because we all know what happened this year, where growth demolished value. Maybe the spread between the two was the largest in an awfully long time. I had a conversation with John Rogers of Ariel at CNBC's CFO Council meeting down in D.C. We had Brad Gerstner on, well-known tech investor, on Halftime today. Here's their views. We debated on the other side. Take a look.
I think the top of growth stocks is coming again. I really, really do. You saw the Journal had a story today. The Russell 3000 is up roughly 34%, and the Russell 3000 value is only up 2%. It's one of the largest gaps in the history of, the recorded history, I guess, of looking at those indexes. So that gives me a lot of confidence that small value is going to be the place to be, and that growth stocks are going to have a very difficult time as we go into next year.
There's a reason that tech has outperformed, right? 20 years ago, tech was about 5.5% of global GDP. Today, it's 15%. In 10 years, will tech be more than 15% of global GDP? I asked another question. Over the next 10 years, do you expect tech earnings to grow at a faster rate than non-tech? If you believe both of those things to be true, which we do in spades, then you need to be invested in technology as opposed to non-tech assets.
I said pretty clearly that he would take the other side of John Rogers. What do you think?
I think that the nucleus of the economy is the semiconductor chip. The semiconductor chip represents growth. If you think about oil, it really represents what value is. Oil used to be the nucleus of the economy many, many decades ago. So I think that for small cap value to outperform growth in 2024, we are therefore dealing with a very difficult economic environment, and we're potentially dealing with an environment that's somewhat similar to what we had risk off in 2022, because that's when values seem to work again. What I see as we look ahead into 2024 is that growth is actually going to expand the recovery that we've witnessed in 2023. Let's keep in mind, hypergrowth, Scott, hasn't even participated yet. If, in fact, the Federal Reserve steps back, no longer adversarial, it gives the market a couple of rate cuts, you'll begin to see hypergrowth participate as well.
Hold on. You said something that just makes you want to come back at you 1 second. You said that for value to do well, you said it's going to be it needs to be a difficult economic environment for value and small caps to do well? Mm-hmm. Isn't it exactly the opposite?
No. So if we are in 2024 faced with a climate, and it could go either way, so you're automatically saying, well, that means recession. What if, in fact, the Federal Reserve begins to raise rates once again? And I don't know whether they will or they won't. But in fact, if the Federal Reserve raised rates like they did in 2022, then growth is going to struggle. The jury is still out on the direction that the Federal Reserve.
The Fed is not going to raise rates like they have been. What do you mean?
If we get another rate hike in 2024, is that a surprise to the market? The answer to that, as we all know, is yes. In that environment, growth is going to
great of a surprise.
Growth is going to struggle in that environment. There are people that are suggesting we could get further rate hikes. I'm not one of them. I'm giving you the scenario.
I know, but I just disagree.
I'm giving you the scenario of how
I know, but I just patently disagree with the idea that small cap or value stocks are going to work in a difficult economic environment.
That's the environment in which they're going to work. Listen,
why? That's
okay,
not how it
so
goes, though.
It's energy, it's healthcare, where you find small cap value. The overwhelming majority of the small cap index is healthcare. What has healthcare done in 2023? Healthcare in 2023 is underperformed. What did healthcare do in 2022?